Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/AckleyAttack44227TV to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey folks, I'm officially going to be attending Retro GameCon Spring Edition this year, taking place at the new Elite Gaming Arena at the Atrium Building over at Clinton Square up in Syracuse, New York on Saturday, May 17th from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. I'm going to be there all day and I'm going to be cosplaying as Amber from Genshin Impact. So if you see me there in person, then by all means come on up to me and say hi. Hope to see you there. Hey guys, this is AckleyAttack4427 here, and welcome to another episode of WTPU, aka What the Pickup? Now, as you may recall, in the last episode of the show, which you can see right down over here, I talked about my acrylic stand that I got on, of course, Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, to which I actually did get it as, of course, part of my haul that I showcased during my time at Syracuse Collectors Con well over a month ago for sure. And yeah, I find it to be a really great acrylic stand that I actually got hands down, and I was fairly impressed with, of course, how it turned out and everything, in really matching, of course, pretty much the theme and the style to the character himself for sure. So yeah, either way, I do find it to be a really great acrylic stand by far, and I do think it's well worth seeking out if you can actually find it for yourself. So yeah, I love it all the way, and yeah, I think it's well worth it alongside all the other figures that I actually got for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, if you want to check that episode out for yourself, then don't worry about a thing. There's a card over there over at the top right corner of the screen, as well as, of course, the link to it down the description box below. So yeah, whichever you prefer, go right ahead. I'll wait until you come back. Yeah, take all the time you need. I'll be here by the time you come back for sure, so no rush or anything. So yeah, I'll just be right here right up until you come back for sure. So yeah. You know, just by looking at the hang alone, that's already reminded me, of course, if I'll actually finally get Tanjiro from Demon Slayer going as one of my next cosplays, to which I hope it will. Though I think with the whole tariff situation that's currently going on, yeah, it's really starting to affect multiple cosplay shops that I actually go to, so I am begging that they'll actually allow shipments to the US again if all this can be resolved. To to which I hope they will, because I think we're absolutely fucked with, of course, what we're seeing right now. Don't believe me? Well, give it about maybe the next several weeks or a few months from now, and you'll see what I mean. Yeah, really keep that in mind. But my god, it would be awesome if I do finally get that cosplay going anytime soon. That would be awesome. Alright, I guess seeing how you did already see the last episode of this show, we might as well go ahead and start up this episode as we normally do. Well, folks, I never thought we would actually come to this point as of now. I guess we've been anticipating this for a long time now, and well, I guess seeing of how a lot of people have already got their hands on it and have officially talked about it, I think it's about time that I finally jump on board this bandwagon for sure. So yeah, it's been a long time coming, and boy, I'm really excited to talk about this one for sure. So yeah, I guess pretty much if you may recall, based off, of course, what we're seeing right now, this year is already marking the 80th anniversary of Thomas the Tank Engine for sure, and well, I guess what better way to celebrate this occasion by talking about one item that does revolve around Thomas that a lot of us are really excited for ever since it was first announced. So yeah, I think it would pretty much get you the idea, of course, of what I'm referring to. But in case you're actually quite curious, I'll go ahead and reveal it right now. So yeah, what I actually got right here is, of course, this really nice Plarail, or should I say the TOMY Plarail version of course, obviously Thomas the Tank Engine, yes, but moreover, it's actually done in the style of the original Railway Series books, hands down. So yeah, that's of course what we're going to be talking about here today for today's episode for sure. So yeah, we're officially going to be talking about the excuse me, we're officially going to be talking about the TOMY Plarail 80th anniversary Railway Series style of course, Thomas with Annie and Clarabel, or as a lot of people may refer to this as the picture book Thomas for sure. So yeah, I've been hyped up for, of course, this item ever since earlier this year for sure, and boy, part of me wish I would have gotten that earlier, but I figure now is a good time for me to finally jump on board this bandwagon for sure. So yeah, I think it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah. But yeah, I guess either way, I think it will get you the idea on what we're going to be getting ourselves into. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Alright guys, well, looks like we finally got the TOMY Plarail, the TOMY Plarail 80th Anniversary Railway Series style Thomas right in front of us, hands down, and boy, I guess ever since the start of this year, I have been wanting to not only get my hands on, of course, this item, but I've always wanted to talk about it on this show by far. Now, I guess it's actually no big secret that for 2025 this year, it will actually mark the 80th anniversary of when the original Railway Series books first started, which actually gave birth to, of course, the Little Blue Tank Engine himself, Thomas the Tank Engine, and And yeah, I guess it is no big secret, of course, on that front, because, well, when it comes to multiple items that I've actually talked about on this show, the majority of them are indeed Thomas the Tank Engine related, for sure. So yeah, I guess pretty much of anything, the Little Blue Tank Engine is actually no stranger on this show, let alone doesn't need any introduction, hands down. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. And it is quite fitting that I've actually mentioned that, because because I think back when, of course, I first started out on this show, one of the first items that I've actually talked about when I first started this show, hands down, is definitely on pretty much a Plarail Thomas the Tank Engine item, for sure, particularly on Gorgon, the big express engine. So yeah, it's hard to believe that we've actually came full circle back when I first started that out, right around 9 years ago, to where we are right now. So yeah, I think it's what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah. So when I heard the news about this that was coming out, hands down, to tie into the 80th anniversary, hands down, I actually got myself really excited for that, hands down, because let alone from the first, pretty much the first look image that we actually got on this particular item in a nutshell, you would definitely know the hype is definitely on for sure. And yeah, I think you can definitely see why, hands down. So yeah. And yeah, I kind of figure I would finally jump on board this bandwagon for sure, because, well, many others have actually finally got their hands on this and have officially talked about it, hands down. So that's not going to stop me from, of course, doing what I do for sure. So yeah. So yeah, either way, I did manage to get this one straight off of eBay not too long ago, from, of course, pretty much a seller that goes by the name of Bamboo Japan, to which I guess on top of this, I also got this lovely thank you note from them, really quite nice, and of course they've included a nice little piece of origami, hands down, to which, yeah, it's pretty much on a beautiful crane. So yeah, honestly, I really do love it when Japan always gives a little something extra as their way of saying thanks. So man, I wish I could go to Japan. So yeah, but this is really nice, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah. But anyways, I think we might as well get ourselves in to officially talk about this item for sure, right? And yeah, I think pretty much from my first impressions, hands down, given to what I'm seeing from the box, hands down, it actually looks great, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, it's pretty much your basic old box for, of course, your regular old Plarail timeless item that you would actually get. But I really do love the nice sense of creativity they actually put into, of course, this one. And yeah, literally from, of course, the front with, of course, the pretty much the image of Thomas alongside A and Clarabel, from what I'm seeing. It actually is pretty promising, hands down, for sure. So yeah, I can tell this actually is really looking quite nice from what I can gather, hands down. And
And yeah, I also do love for the fact that it actually pretty much closely matches the illustration styles of the original Railway series books, to which, by the way, I really do love for the fact that they incorporate the nice little image of course, Thomas from the original books. That alone is, of course, really quite nice, and of course, pretty much alongside here, I think pretty much from the looks of it, I think it might actually come with a with a little picture book that's actually included in. So I do hope it'll be true, hands down, because either way, that'll be nice. So yeah, I guess with, of course, what I'm actually seeing of the front of the box, actually looks really awesome, I'm not gonna lie, and it is, of course, deliver me really great first impressions. And let's not forget to mention the side, yeah, both sides actually do look nice, hands down, and I'll also give it credit, the hang, pretty much the top actually looks incredible, and oh yeah, even the bottom actually looks pretty promising as well, for sure. So yeah, everything from the box, hands down, it's really giving me really great first impressions, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I think it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, based on my first impressions alone, I am really digging on how well the pretty much this is actually looking based on my based on the box that you're seeing right here. So yeah, that alone is, of course, got me really hyped up for, of course, what we're actually going to be getting ourselves into, hands down. And I really do admire the nice commitment, hands down. So yeah. So either way, I'm really excited to see on what we'll be getting ourselves into. To which, if anything, thanks to my trusty pair of scissors right now, we're going to go ahead and open it up to see what we can actually get. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this opened up. So, alright, I think I got it. So I just got to get rid of the styrofoam, and alright, just got to get rid of that, and okay, well, just gonna set most of them aside, but alright, well, I guess from the looks of it, looks like we're already in for a really great treat. So yeah, and let's go ahead and get pretty much the plastic wrapping opened up, so that way we can get this out. Yeah, there we go. So I'm just gonna put Thomas on the side, and let's see if we can get any Clarabel out. Alright, well, looks like we have finally got the Plarail Railway series style Thomas alongside Annie and Clarabel out of their packaging, and boy, what I'm seeing right here, this is absolutely phenomenal, hands down. So yeah, I guess with, of course, what I'm seeing, I think we might as well start with Thomas first, and oh, sorry about that. So yeah, I guess starting off with Thomas, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is actually very, very nicely done, hands down, for sure. I think with, of course, what I'm actually seeing right here, this actually is very, very nicely detailed, for sure. I mean, yeah, I guess it is the regular old Plarail version of course, Thomas, hands down. But I really do admire for the fact that they really took the time and effort to really give off all sorts of detail and stuff to actually make it similar to the Thomas in the original Railway series books, hands down. So yeah, everything from, of course, the face to, of course, to pretty much the base of it, hands down, and even the sides, I'm not gonna lie, are actually really nicely done. So yeah, you can definitely tell that this is actually a real good case of course, some really great detail. I'm not gonna lie, and yeah, and even I guess the windows and the whistle, I'm not gonna lie, are actually nicely detailed for sure. So yeah, and even the coloring, I will have to say for, of course, this one, it's actually not that bad for sure. So yeah, but either way, I think they do a really great job with, of course, Thomas, hands down, and yeah, I'll give it credit that actually does that it really does reflect the original illustrations from the original Railway series book rather flawlessly, hands down. So yeah, either way, I really do love what they did with Thomas, hands down, and I know it's actually vastly different from, of course, the other TOMY Plarail Thomas models that they actually did before this one. But you always gotta remember for the fact that anything can be opened up for different interpretations, hands down, and I'm glad this is the case for, of course, this one for sure. So yeah, but either way, I really do love what they did with Thomas, hands down. It looks amazing. Now, as for Annie and Clarabel, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they're actually not that bad for sure. So yeah, sure, I guess they do kind of have the probably, I think, the one issue I had back when I talked about the Lying Out All Engines Go seg earlier this year. And of course, Annie and Clarabel having no name tags on each side. But I think they do have a reason to really get away with, of course, that tactic, hands down. And I'm actually okay with that for sure. And again, the face details they actually put into Annie and Clarabel are actually nicely done, and I really do admire on what they actually did, hands down. So yeah, different interpretation, yes, but still the same Annie and Clarabel that we all know and love. So yeah, I think with, of course, what I'm actually seeing right here, I really do love on what they actually did for, of course, Thomas and Annie and Clarabel, hands down. They really did an impressive job to make them look like their Railway series counterparts, hands down, and yeah, all that sort of stuff from what I can gather, and I think they did a really good job based on what I'm actually seeing, and well, I guess quite obviously for some of the stuff that's actually included, does actually include a nice little instruction manual on how to insert the batteries, yes, to which it shouldn't be a problem, hands down. I think we can fully get the hang worked out on. But moreover, I think I should mention this actually comes with, of course, this small little book, hands down, and yeah, I guess pretty much from the looks of it, pretty much a really good showcase of course, of the good number of the Thomas characters that appear in the original books, hands down, and yeah, honestly, I think it's well worth it that they include that in, hands down. And I'm really glad they did. It actually really is well worth it regardless. So yeah. I think it's pretty much what I can say, of course, on that front, hands down. So yeah, I really love on what they actually did for, of course, this one for sure, and they really did a great job being putting a lot of time and effort to really make this look great for sure. So yeah, but I guess we shouldn't stop there. I think we should go ahead and give it a test run to see on how it'll go, hands down. So yeah, with that being said, let's get right to it. Alright, here we go. Alrighty then, well, I guess it looks like after finally going through everything about this, based on my first impressions, I guess it looks like we're now in for, of course, giving this a massive test run for sure, to which, quite fitting enough, I actually got myself a nice oval, pretty much oval of course, some TOMY blue track that, yeah, let's face it, I think it has been quite a while since I've actually used that kind of track, to which, yeah, most of it is actually quite dusty now, but I'm sure I'll actually still make a good use of it. So yeah, I guess either way, it looks like we're about ready to give this a massive test run for sure, just to see on how it will correspond with, of course, what it has to endure. And, well, luckily enough, I did manage to get a nice AA battery inserted into this quite well for sure. And yeah, took me a bit of time to actually get it worked out, though. Quite fitting enough, I actually haven't actually installed batteries in these kinds of toys for a long time now, so I think it feels good to actually jump back in on, of course, certain things for sure. So yeah, either way, I did manage to get a nice battery into Thomas, and I did manage to hook up Annie and Clarabel just fine for sure. So I think it looks like we should be in good hands for sure, and I'm really excited to see on how it'll go from there, because, boy, with everything that I have to say about this one, it's actually all for the right reasons for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So with that being said, let's not waste any more time, and let's give this a massive test run by giving it a few laps around the oval for sure. So yeah, with that being said, let's get right to it right about now. Alright, well, I guess that'll be good enough from what I can gather, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, this thing runs very, very well, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I guess it is quite obvious, much like every other TOMY or Plarail or Trackmaster Thomas train that I've actually covered beforehand. But I really do love how nice and smooth this actually ran for sure, and yeah, pretty much the same purpose as, of course, all the other TOMY Plarail Thomas toys that I talked about before. But either way, I think it is still well worth it regardless for sure, and yeah, all that sort of stuff hands down. So yeah, think with all that said and done, that's pretty much everything that I can say about this for sure. So, so yeah, overall, what else can I say about this one for sure? The TOMY Plarail 80th Anniversary Railway Series style of Thomas the Tank Engine is actually very nicely done, and I really love, of course, what they actually did for sure. Yeah, everything about this for sure really does reflect, of course, not just pretty much Thomas as a whole for sure, but really want to keep the legacy of course, the franchise going for sure. And I guess what better way to do that than by actually pretty much showcasing Thomas in its Railway Series type of style for sure. And I think they actually accomplished that very well for sure. So yeah, I guess either way, I think they really did a great job with, of course, this one for sure. And yeah, at the end of the day, I actually do highly recommend this one for sure. So yeah, I think with, of course, everything that I've actually said about this one for sure, it really is the perfect one to actually to actually have for sure to really showcase that whichever you prefer, whether it be the original TV show, whether it be through the models or through CGI and stuff, or both, or pretty much from the original Railway Series books, hands down. I think if anything, anything revolving around Thomas the Tank Engine is still gonna hold a place in our hearts that we all know and love. And this item is indeed the perfect one, hands down. So yeah, I guess either way, I do highly recommend this one for sure. So so yeah, if you're quite curious to actually get this one for yourself, then I say it's actually well worth the purchase, hands down. Like I said, I actually got this straight off of eBay by the time I got it for sure, and yeah, I say there are other listings for that that are also available as well. So if you can find one that will actually suit you well within your budget, I say this is, of course, this is actually well worth the purchase, hands down. So yeah, it's not only a great way to, of course, get out to celebrate 80 years of the Little Blue Tank Engine, but I know, hands down, it's not only just a good one, it is indeed a great one, hands down. So yeah, and I guess on that thought alone, I think that'll do exactly that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode of What the Pickup, and by all means, let me know down in the comments down below on what you think of this one for sure. I would love to know. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode, and well, I guess we might as well cap this off with, of course, well, giving this a massive victory lap. Yeah, I always do love it when I would actually do that for items that I really enjoyed, hands down. But I digress. So yeah, either way, right up until what I'll talk about for next time on this show, to which it'll only be a matter of time, all I can say is thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.
Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is AckleyTack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and plenty more in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.